Good day, everybody. This is the Ecclesiarch here, back to you with some more Warpforge. And today we're going to be discussing the draft mode, and I'm going to be giving you my latest draft guide for those of you who are new to the game and who want to learn to draft more effectively, or for returning players who just want to get better at it. So, I already have a draft guide on my channel. A lot of you liked it, but some of you said that it had some things to improve upon, and I considered that, and I think you were absolutely right. So in this draft mode, I'm going to try to fill out the holes that were in the last one. So for those of you who are completely new, and I did mention this in my faction guide that I would have a separate video for draft. Draft mode is a special mode in Warpforge that you can access once every day for free, or pay Blackstone to access it as many times as you want, while also getting more rewards. Now, if you're a new player, I suggest you do free drafts every single day so that you get better and better at it, and do not waste the Blackstone until you are confident that you are going to be good at it, right? And on top of that, you need to consider that this mode is quite different from the classic mode. Yeah, sure, the gameplay is the same. You get a Warlord, you get 30 cards, you bash each other until one gets destroyed. But this includes a lot of choices. This is actually, if you ask me, much harder to play the classic mode, because here you get a choice of 3 random warlords, and then you get random cards to choose from to build your 30 card deck. And even though you might think, but yeah, that's random, that's about luck, kinda, sure, you can get better choices, and some people might end up luckier than others, but nevertheless, if you understand how you're supposed to make these choices and how you're supposed to effectively create your deck and play, it becomes much better. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it and let's discuss every single detail you guys are gonna need to know in order to get better at draft. So starting off, I'm gonna play on the premium because I want to try to get a legendary, because on 12 wins of premium you always get a legendary card. So what basically happens there is that you get certain amount of attempts. You have 3 lives, you could call it like that. If you lose 3 times, you're out. And if you win 12 times, you get the highest tier of reward, which is 1,000 crystals, 3 packs, a legendary, and a certain amount of Blackstone, which I don't remember how much it is. I think it's 4 or 5. Now, obviously, if you lose early, you still get some cool rewards, but of course, it's not as good as getting a legendary. So, without further ado, let us begin, and the very first thing that you are going to be seeing here is a choice of 3 warlords. So I got Azrael, Galen, Neurothrope, and Galaron the Pious. So these are my choices of warlords in this case. Now, whenever you're choosing a warlord, if you're a new player, I suggest you do one of 2 things. I mentioned this in my previous guide as well. You either go onto the Discord and ask people what is the best choice, or go on to the Warpforge official site and check the meta report, the latest one, to see which warlords had the highest win rate in draft. Now, why am I telling you this? This might seem like, what, you're making me try hard, but, well, you're supposed to, because the draft mode is different from the classic mode in a sense that you waste 2 very important resources here. You're going to be using your Blackstone, which is not easy to get, and you're going to be basically spending a lot of your time on this, because you need to play like up to 14 games, and that will take you like at least maybe 2 hours to do. So a lot of people, when they play, they are playing this to win, and rightfully so. So you need to do 2 things. You have to choose the strongest pick, and you have to make sure you have your bots on so that you can get some free wins. Now, in my case, I got Galaron, Neurothrope, and Azrael Galen. Now, if I take a look at the win rates, most of these are all, you know, around equal, I would say. Maybe Galen is a little bit lower. So you can pretty much choose whoever you want here. But now I'll tell you what my thought process is going to be here. Now, Neurothrope is pretty good. This is a pretty good warlord that has a pretty nice ability. But mostly when you play Neurothrope, you play a very specific playstyle, which is a playstyle on Norn emissaries. And Tyranids as a faction themselves are also dependent on getting very good cards. They have a lot of useless cards and they have a lot of very good cards. That means that being a little bit lucky is going to be quite crucial when it comes to choosing the Neurothrope. So that kind of pushes Neurothrope down for me a little bit. Now, obviously what I'm saying here is already gameplay knowledge, but I think anybody can learn to basically do this because Tyranids, if you know how the faction works, they're a very specific and difficult faction that requires you to choose very specific combos and very specific builds, and doing that in draft is not easy. So since Neurotrope, in order to like work in Classic, requires very specific win conditions, it's gonna be harder for me to build it, so I'm not gonna pick him. Now I'll be between Madrial Galen and Galaron the Pious. Now both have pretty good factions, because both Eldar and Black Legion don't really require very specific cards to function. They have a lot of nice cards that they can use, and both Warlords are pretty good for draft. First of all, Galen is pretty good because she can keep summoning Storm Guardians to overpower her opponent, and Galaron has that healing, constant healing and vulnerability. So I could honestly choose both of them and get away with it. But the reason I will choose Galaron is very specific. I will choose Galaron because I know that Black Legion has a very specific thing when it comes to draft. So let me actually show you the Black Legion cards. So Black Legion as a faction has a lot of high stat units. So if you look at their late game roster, a lot of their things has high HP, like higher than cost. Like you got Havocs, Masters of Possession, Leorvine, Meltagons, Sorcerers. Then you have something like the Venom Crawler, which is really strong. You have Havoc Champions, but at the same time, you don't see a lot of these things being played, like Obliterators or Terminators, right? But the thing with them, the reason why these things are not played is because there are just better options. And in Classic mode, you can just choose to, you know, just choose whatever you like. But in draft mode, that doesn't happen. And in draft mode, your opponents are only going to have limited hard removal. They're not going to have like no mocking about on demand. See what I mean? So dropping like strong and tough units like Hellbrutes and Havoc Champions might be devastating for your opponent. And Galaron really does give me that ability to last until the late game due to his inbuilt healing and vulnerabilities. So for today, I'm going to be choosing Galaron the Pious. Now, Madrial Galen is also pretty good. You could build a typical aggressive deck with the Eldar on her, and the only thing that you would really want to be fishing for is the Wailing Doom, so that you can get the Wailing Doom to just finish off your opponent at HP. So, overall, I am going to go for Galaron the Pious here. Now, before I start building my deck, I need to understand a couple of things. First, I need to think, what is the win condition for my Warlord? And I also need to understand that just because I see, oh my god, a legendary, no, that's not how it works. So you need to understand what you need, what is important for you, and what is going to combo with your Warlord, and what is it that your deck currently needs. Now, I don't know what my deck currently needs because I don't have any cards, so the first choice is usually on the first choice of the draft. You usually take whatever's better in general, like better cards, but then slowly you start to think about what your deck needs and what you need to improve upon. So we have Dark Oratory, which gives everybody a Dark Pact, which is famously a very good card. We have Delightful Agonies that is going to heal my Warlord or my units, my troops, and for every Dark Pact is going to deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Pretty good. And then there's the Obliterator, which is a huge powerhouse, which you never see in normal games, but is definitely good for draft because it has high HP. Now, the reason why I dislike this is because I remember how my Warlord works, right? My Warlord can give Dark Pacts to my troops, but only if he destroys something on the other side. So he's not a Warlord that can reliably give Dark Pacts like Abaddon or Sylar. Thus, Delightful Agonies is not as good as it would be on other Warlords. Here, I do get Malicious Volleys that deals 2 damage to an enemy, a Havocs, which once again works off Dark Pact, so not that good for me, but also Veteran Havoc that deals 4 damage. So I have at least 2 things that directly deal damage to something, which is really good, because when you can apply vulnerability, direct damage is always pretty good. And over here we have the Kingbreaker, which is Skynes of Fate, Abaddon's Chosen, and Iskandar Kaon. So Skynes and Abaddon's Chosen, these two already hint towards making a tough type of a combo deck. which I usually do not want to do on Galaron, because Kynes is usually to give invisibility, and then you use Demonic Frenzy to just one-shot your opponent. And Iskandar Kaon is very, very heavy, so this is like a super late game unit, and according to my build, I don't even know if I'm gonna go for late game. So surprisingly, even though I have 2 legendaries here, I'm gonna go to for the middle one, because it offers the best package that just combos the best with my Warlord ability. So now I can already see that my deck has 2 troops and 1 tactic, and I already have 2 late game troops. So over here, I see Veteran Legionary, Master of Possessions, absolutely beautiful cards, and an Unholy Smite, which again is a bit of a Dark Pact combo card, so that kind of makes me feel like I don't really want that much. But over here, I do see Chaos Legionary, Meltagun Legionary, and Gifts of Chaos. Now, you might think, okay, so probably you don't want the Meltagun and the Chaos Legionary as well, right? Well, not necessarily, guys, because these are gonna give big value for every single Dark Pact they receive, so they don't necessarily depend on you getting a lot of Dark Pacts. Unlike Unholy Smite, which requires you to have a lot of Dark Pacts so that it just goes to 0 cost. So this could be a very valid thing to play, also considering I do not have any low drop units and Chaos Legionary could fill that out. Over here, however, I do have Chosen, which is a really good 4-drop. I do have a Chaos Lord, and I have Black Crusade. Now, Black Crusade can be really nice because it will just... it's basically a win button, if you could call it that. And considering I already have some heavy units here, like Havoc and Veteran Havoc, this could actually work really well. So I might consider going for this instead, but this also looks quite promising. This is actually a tough choice to make. So if I choose that, I already decide that my win condition is late game. So considering Galaron is more of a sustain warlord, I guess this would be good for this particular situation. So now we have Plague Marine, Bringer of Decay, and Spawn Them. This is absolutely amazing for a couple of reasons. First of all, you have Bringer of Decay, which is a very, very powerful Black Legion card, but also provides vulnerability. Now, vulnerability has an innate combo with Galaron's passive, because everything that dies while vulnerable heals Galaron for 1. So this is going to be very good. And we also know that Plague Marine combos insanely well with Spawn Them. So this is almost an auto choice. But over here, I also have a good one with Dark Oratory, Veteran Legionary, and Chaos Lord with some beautiful Dark Pacts and nice units. And here, also pretty good with Card Draw and Double Hellbrute, which is really good because it does an amazing combo with my win condition here. But here's the thing, my deck currently has no removal, and it really doesn't have any early game answers for a lot of things apart from Malicious Volleys. So I think due to the combo potential plus the removal, I am going to go for this. Again, skipping over the legendaries. Now, over here, I do have Legacy of Vengeance, which could be a very good anti-AoE, a good early game card through the Noise Marine, and a great late game card through a Hellbrute. Here, once again, a very good late game card, a good early game card, and a nice little buff tactic. And here, I get Idolatrous Despoilers, Veteran Havoc, and Mauler Fiend. Now, I'll be honest, all 3 of these are really good. And they do different things for me. This one is going to give me some more early game and finishing pressure, plus a late game troop. This one is going to give me a very nice late game troop and some early game pressure as well. However, what this one does for me is that it gives me Idolatrous Despoilers. Now, Idolatrous Despoilers is very, very good because it has a natural, very strong combination with Galaron. Because if I use this, I'll be able to constantly apply vulnerable to opponent's troops, which means that I'm going to be getting a ton of healing, while also giving me a strong late game troop and giving me another Veteran Havoc that has a beautiful synergy with vulnerability. Thus, for that reason, I'm going to go for this. Now, when I look at my deck, I can already see that I have quite a good late game push here, but I'm starting to miss out on some of the early games. So I'm going to have to think what is going to fill out that hole, right? Here we got like Possession. Now, I usually do not just say, okay, this card is trash and just don't pick this because of this, but this is a case where you really don't want to go for this because all three cards here are bad. Possession is bad because it costs too much for what it does. You need to have a very strong unit on the board, then you have to pay 8 energy to double its attack and health, and that troop needs to survive, so it is just not worth it. Now, Chosen Champion is also not that good because 6 energy, 6 attack and health is just not a good deal. And Hound of Abaddon is just 2 energy, 3 attack and health, sure, but very low melee attack. So I'm going to just say, don't pick something like this. Over here, we do have Khorne Berserkers, pretty nice early game unit, with a little bit of a combo through Murderous Desires and another Havoc. However, here we also have Delightful Agonies, Dark Oratory, and Obliterator, which I, again, did not like because of the healing here and the combo for the Dark Pact. But currently we're in a very sticky situation because this is really bad. I'm not sure if I really want to be picking this, but this is looking the most desirable to me here because you got a good early game unit, a good mid game unit, and a possible finisher. While here, you do have a nice little late game unit. We do have Dark Oratory, which is good, but then there's the healing, which really doesn't do much for us. So I am going to go ahead and choose this because it's going to give me some early game pressure, mid game pressure, and some finishing potential as well. So the game keeps giving me Dark Oratory, and this time it gave it to me in a very good place because I do want the Veteran Legionary because I need early game, and another Chaos Lord for just some late game punch could be pretty good. Over here, once again, we got Chosen Champion and Unholy Smite, and I did recommend against both of them. And our deck really does not need to be strong at the 6 point. What our deck right now needs is more early game power, potentially, or some more powerful stratagems. And I think this is the one that gives us what exactly we need. It gives us a powerful stratagem, it gives us a strong early game Vanguard unit to protect us, and a late game unit to just combo with our win condition, which is the Black Crusade. This again, pretty good, but you don't need 2 Murderous Desires. That already means that you're going for a combo deck, which we are not. So we're gonna go ahead and choose this. Now this is pretty interesting. We get Demonic Frenzy, Master of Possession, and Accursed Hellbrute. So another combo piece, which is pretty interesting, but again, depends on Dark Pacts. Master of Possessions is a beautiful mid-game unit, and Accursed Hellbrute is a devastating late-game unit. Over here, we do get some early game stuff through Dark Disciple and Galaron's Disciple, pretty good. And we also get Spreading Corruption, which can really help us with removal. Over here, we also still get a Galaron's Disciple with another very good early game troop, tactic I mean, and a bit of a late game Vanguard troop. Now, if you notice, we don't have any 7 costs, and we really want to get a 7 cost. We don't have any 1 costs either, but 1 costs are not that important. Everything starts from 2 costs basically, so this kind of does such a good thing for us. It gives us 2 early game things, one being a removal and one being a troop. And it also fills out the 7 cost here. So my deck right now needs more early game stuff. You mostly want to have like early game being a little bit more than late game in almost all decks. And we also need some AoE, and this is going to fill out all those holes. Now here we got the Rubric Marine, which is famously a combo piece. We got the Sorcerer and the Venom Crawler, which is a very powerful 5 and 6 piece. We got another Idolatrous Despoilers, another Havoc and the Mauler Fiend, which is also, again, as I said, pretty good. And here we have a Dark Disciple, Chaos Sergeant, and Murderous Desires. Now, the issue here is I don't want to be getting more late game troops because we already do have it. So this kind of just overextends us too much on the late game side. This gives us a Rubric Marine, which isn't really that good for our Warlord, but it does give us a Sorcerer and a Venom Crawler, which is going to give us a stronger mid-game. This is just not good because, again, we don't want too many Murderous Desires. So even though I don't want the Rubric Marine, I'm going to choose this time because the mid-game is solid. Now, the next thing that we get is an Abaddon's Chosen with a Mauler Fiend and the Bringer of Decay. Now, this again pushes too much late game, but the Bringer of Decay is really good, as I mentioned, for obvious reasons. And then there's also a small buff that can help my Rubric Marine. So since I chose a Rubric Marine, might as well consider that I might need it. But here I have Terran Consume, which gives us 3 tactics and if with stratagems. And if we look at our deck, we do need more stratagems because we mostly have troops, and this gives us the much needed AoE we are going to need if we are to survive for the late game. So despite, okay, this is terrible, as I said, despite this also being pretty good, we're going to go for this because we need more stratagems and we need more removal. So this is going to be pretty good. So finally, we get the final choice, again giving us Iskandar Kaon. So apparently we got a Thousand Suns package here. Maybe not the Sorcerer necessarily, but Kaon and Rubric Marine. And we have the Chaos Terminator with Terminator Champion and Black Crusade. And we get the Black Legionary with Gifts to Chaos and Unholy Smite. Now, Black Legionary is a terrible card by itself, and I really don't need any terrible early game cards because I already have 6 2-cost things. And I have a Rubric Marine. If I fill up my stuff with more bad early drops, I might end up losing because of that. Because these card things, if they come into your hand late game, they're not going to do anything. For example, if Veteran Legionary comes late game, it's still going to do something because it has Vanguard. Again, the same with the Rubric Marine. So I'm going to go for the middle one. Give me another Black Crusade, a Terminator Champion, and Chaos Terminator for our late game. So currently, now I need to understand what my deck is made for. My deck is apparently made for late game because I have 2 Black Crusades that are going to be winning me a lot of games, and I have a very powerful mid to late game with swings with Havocs and Venom Crawlers while also having to spawn them. So my deck is currently built around what? I know I need to play for Black Crusade in late game, so I already have 2 Spawndoms, and I also have 2 Traitor's Hate to help me survive the early game, while also having some stuff like Idolatrous Despoilers, which is also going to be helping me survive the early game. So this deck is built around playing around Galaron's vulnerability ability, and also trying to make me survive until late game, where I can push out my Black Crusades for more value. This is not like the strongest deck we could have built for Chaos, but what we know now is that despite its lack of legendary cards, which is only, I think we only have 1 legendary here, it's still a pretty solid deck. So we're now, without further ado, gonna dive in and we're gonna see what we're gonna be able to do with our Galaron. Alright, so without further ado, gentlemen, let us roll and let's see what we come up against. So, as you heard me say, basically, it is very important to understand what the win condition of your deck is, because that really is going to decide how much you're going to be face bashing with your Warlord. So are you playing a deck that is about survival? Are you playing a deck that is about aggression? Well, our deck is currently a control deck that is more based on survival, which means that we do not want to be face bashing too much. So, game number 1, and we are up against another Chaos player. And obviously we want to get rid of some of these early game things. Never get rid of Bringer of Decay on Galaron. It's just really good to keep because of the vulnerable. Khorne Berserker, pretty good. We got some late game things here, so a little bit nasty on the early game, but we'll see what we can do. So this guy, I already have a suspicion is a bot. Now, how can you guess a bot? You can guess a bot by looking at their Warlord and their icon. If it has the same icon as the Warlord they're playing, or they have an icon from the same faction, also with the title that is spot on basically, and then has legendary with 0 rank and no alliance, that's a bot. So this is a bot. Knowing that this is a bot, I can rest easy because I know it's going to make a lot of mistakes. So now it drops a Khorne Berserker. Blood for the blood god. Okay, this is gonna be a free win. Yay. One of the reasons why you really want to be playing against, you want to have your bots on. There is no real reason why you don't want to have bots on in this game mode, because you want as many free wins as you can get, basically. So, we heal up a little bit. The bad thing about playing Galaron is that these games are going to take a while. It's almost never going to end in the early game. You gotta be a little bit careful. So he plays a pretty dangerous thing here. Thus, I am not too sure what I'm supposed to do. I think I do know what I'm supposed to do. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play the Berserker, and I'm going to give it... Hell, I'm gonna shoot this, and I'm going to wait. The reason I did that is because when this attacks, it heals, right? So now it only gets to heal up to 3, which means that it's gonna be in the range of my vulnerability, but now he might actually choose to trade this. Nope, he just goes face like a maniac. Why am I not surprised? So in this case, we actually have a very good play. So since our opponent decided to also drop that low cost thing there, and a chaos spawn for some unknown to God reason. But then again, I remember it's a bot. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're certainly going to be playing a Bringer of Decay. So the Bringer of Decay is going to do a couple of good things for me. So first of all, it is going to allow me to wipe the whole horde. Now, look at this. I am going to take this with Galeron. Reason for that is quite simple. Galeron does take 1 extra damage because of this, but my Khorne Berserker can now go ahead and destroy this and get 3 HP left. That is very important because Abaddon now cannot take it out with the ranged attack, which is very low. So now he's forced to take the high 10 damage to the face. Now, of course, we're aware that this is a bot, but nevertheless, I think he actually lost the game here. So 11, 22, 28. Okay, not enough to outright destroy him. So what am I gonna do? I think I'm just gonna play the Venom Crawler, actually. I'm going to sacrifice this for a trade. You know, I wanted to do a big combo with Murderous Desires, but I guess it was not meant to be. So you can already notice, guys, that we have too many late game troops. That is one thing that is very dangerous for our deck. In a classic mode, you never really do this with too many late game troops, but in draft you can actually get away with it, which is perfect. So that's gonna die as soon as it attacks, and we're gonna get an extra healing, which is great. So there you go, healing on my Warlord. Oh, no healing. What? That's a bug. It died from vulnerable. What? Oh, but the vulnerability disappeared because... Oh, wow, okay. That's actually weird as hell. Weird interaction, I don't like it. And now I play the Sorcerer. And I bash his face. And I bash his face again. I dislike that interaction. I think it would be the correct thing for the healing to still go through. He's got his own Chaos Lord, but the Chaos Lord is already not good enough. I think the Chaos Lord would be a much more powerful unit if you could choose the Dark Pact. I wonder if that would be too much. I am unsure. Oh, there's the GG. So, the first game is obviously not too difficult. It was against the bot, so, you know, it should be relatively simple to deal with that. So, it's actually important to understand when you're up against the bot as well, because you don't expect, like, super big plays from bots. They usually just go face. Now, this is gonna be a player. This is... Ooh. We switched to Mauler Fiend, let's keep the Havoc, let's keep the Rubric, I guess. Not too bad. Now, reason why you do want to keep the Rubric is simple. Even if it's gonna get destroyed by Azrael, it stops Azrael from using his agenda, which is very important. But do I play it turn 1 is the question. I think I abstain from playing it on turn 1. It could still be good because you're denying Azrael his ability here, but at 3 he really doesn't have any teleports. This could actually be more important next turn. So he really doesn't do anything either. Let me see. Nothing again. Ass. So this is gonna be a bit of a slow game. Mostly because he's also slow. Oh my god. This is crazy. Way too slow. Come on, drop something so I can buff my Rubric Marine. That's one of the things that is a problem with Galaron's ability. You can't use it unless there's something on the board. It's pretty bad. Oh. Okay, super. That's exactly what I wanted here. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So let's see if you give me a Dark Pact of a Zinj here, which would be great. Plus a little bit of healing, and, well, it's a Slanesh mark, but, you know, 4 damage on Azrael's face is not too bad. Not bad at all. Unless he chooses to take it out differently. Librarian, okay. That's good. That's good. Take that. More of those trashy things, huh? Okay, okay. I'll play a Havoc here. So he still has to punch with Azrael if he wants to kill the Havoc, which is really good. Because you don't really want to leave that Havoc alive there. It can deal quite a bit of damage if he survives. Ever since they buffed the HP on that, it's been feeling really good. Because imagine, if it still had 5 HP, he would buff it, buff this, and just take it out. Oh, I mean, he's still managing to take it out. Okay, so not bad. Actually, not bad at all. I can destroy that with my Veteran Havoc, though, which is pretty good. Or Bringer of Decay, depending on how this rolls. He does Supreme Grandmaster, not bad. Not bad at all, and probably uses his ability here. Well, come on, Azrael. Just use it. Ah, he's probably choosing. Okay. So here, I want to swing the initiative, so I'm definitely doing this. Sergeant Haman is a little bit annoying, I'll admit. Okay, he made 1 secret. I hope that doesn't get drawn instantly next turn. Which will be pretty annoying. So we drop our Veteran Havoc and we boom. We shoot it. So the good thing is we have a lot of swingy troops. Like we have Bringer of Decay, we have the Veteran Havoc, so a lot of cool things, for sure. Okay, wait, I wasn't watching. What did he do there? Ah, okay, so he just... Okay, that's not too bad. I think what I do is I play a Sorcerer. I do this, and I buff the Sorcerer. Now, I could play Harbinger of... Well, I'm Bringer of Decay, but I think a Sorcerer is a better choice, because Sorcerer will give me good value next turn through the sorceries that it can give me. So that's also pretty important there. Okay, that's fair enough. Again, he has to punch. Every time he has to attack, it's very good because he's not triggering his teleport, and that like puts me in a very good spot. So let's play Galaron's Disciple here, and let's also drop the Bringer of Decay. Let's clean up. But he is also doing well by playing the Chaplain. It's just that There's only so many chaplains he's gonna have, and if I keep denying him the agenda, it's gonna be... Ooh, not good. Fortunately for me, though, it comes down to a very low level of HP. Now he probably wants to use his agenda here. No, he actually attacks. Interesting. Okay, so knowing this is up, I could play Chaos Terminator, but then I'd have to attack it with face. I really can't afford attacking with face here. Let us do this. Let's see what we get from here. Okay, that's actually pretty sick. That's protecting my Havoc. And I'm getting the Black Crusade. Black Crusade's gonna be big unless we for some reason draw a Forsaken Plague Marine. Oh, Deadly Hunters. That's actually really good because now he's gonna have an empty board. Well, almost empty, I think. He could use... Yeah, he could use that. Ah, okay. But you forgot. You forgot that that gives invulnerable to the whole... vulnerable to the whole board. Ah, it's for one turn. They changed it. Never mind. Okay, Black Crusade. Bad. Bad. Oh my god, that has to be the worst Black Crusade that has ever crusaded in the world of crusading. That has got to be the worst Black Crusade ever. Fortunately for me, I got another one. But oh my god, I just drew all the trash cards except this. I mean, these cards are good, but they're for early game, man. They're not for late game. That was a terrible Black Crusade. Oh my god. He's still in a bad spot though. He already used his hard removal. Well, not hard removal, but rather board wipe. Well, he could smash this and then trade this here. That would be pretty good. Oh, that was actually a pretty good zeal that he used. And this is gonna get a Dark Pact of Blood. Okay, sure. Alright, not bad. And... Aha! Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad indeed. Now pass your turn and let me do another crusade. That's much better. That's much better. Now we're talking, boys. Now we're talking. Now we're talking business. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, hell yes. Beautiful. I'm still gonna trade that. I don't want to take too much damage. So now let's see Azrael deal with this. I highly doubt he can. What are you going to do, Azrael? That's not gonna help. Oh, invulnerability. Okay, that's something. That's something for sure. Okay, wait. I think this is gonna be funny. That's a lot of Dark Pacts. But there's no way that Azrael can deal with this, right? There's like physically no way. Dark Angels don't get a board wipe. On a huge one at least. I guess we can check with a Lord. And this should kinda be it. He's not gonna have any more invulnerabilities, so this should put him down for good. Wing? Come on, what? Just save your time and mine, man. There we go, GG. So, you guys see probably what I was talking about, right? It's all about the early game and then going into the late game. Now, against Azrael, it wasn't too difficult because he was also playing a late game deck. Azrael has very powerful late game, but I think with double Black Crusade, we kind of outdo him. The first Black Crusade should have been enough, but we kind of got a bad Black Crusade there. So we're up against the Tau. That's pretty interesting because Galaron, I think, was originally made as a countermeasure to Tau because this was back when the Tau were released and were broken as hell with their drones, and Galaron basically was had like card draw on this, and this was the only way you were ever beating the Tau. So yeah, pretty interesting. Okay, here's the thing though. I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna punch this. I'm gonna set those drones up to give me marks of not marks of chaos, sorry, Dark Pacts when necessary. Yeah, keep spamming, brother. Keep spamming. Actually, blood for the blood god. The Berserker will buy me some time here. Then the Havocs are gonna do their job. Stealthy boys, okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. Not bad at all. Okay, this is pretty nice. Let's drop this. Let's drop this. Punch this. Take it out. So Omezos is just gonna be doing this all game, guys, basically, so get ready. That's how it's gonna be. Unlucky hit there for me, but nevertheless, he still has to take off 4 HP, which is not easy. And then I already get a Veteran Havoc. Then we're gotta get close to Black Crusade. Oh, that's not something you wanted to do there. That was a little bit too slow there, brother. That was a little bit too slow. That might not be too good for you. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. So the correct way to do this is to first punch with Omezos, then with this, and finally with this. But then you only get a lone drone on the board, which does nothing. Or he might just pass. Nope, there he is. Will be funny if he makes a mistake and attacks with the Vanguard. No, he played it absolutely correctly. Very good. Very good. Absolutely correct. So, boom and boom. So gotta be a little bit careful, despite me kind of saying that the experimental drones were a slow turn. If he starts dropping the thousands of drones, it might not work too well in my favor, so gotta be careful. Smacks. Okay. Maybe gets drone down here. I want to play a Chaos Terminator, but he's not kind of not letting me currently. That's pretty annoying. So, let's see what we can do here. This is the first thing we can definitely do here. Then we punch. So we're gonna get to Black Crusade very soon. We got a Plague Marine plus Spawndom. Could also be pretty good. Another Pulsefire Onslaught. Interesting. Does he have a lot of those, I wonder? Okay, chooses to attack. Not bad. Companion. Just drop a Guardian Drone. With a shield. And the support turret with a shield. Ooh, he's not joking anymore, is he? Alright, brother. I think this is the moment where I have to play my Spawndom. Yeah, this is the Spawndom moment. And we're gonna have to Dark Active access that. Otherwise, that's not gonna do me any good. We smash this. Smash into this. Smash into this. And we smash into this like this. Why? Because I want one more Dark Pact on this so that it has higher health. So Black Crusade's gonna be here soon, but all is gonna be decided with this turn. Specifically. This turn has to go my way. Piranha, okay. The gun drone, no less. It doesn't give flank to any drones, that's good. There's another Guardian drone. And does another support drone. It's a lot of trash. Well, at least my thing is gonna become slowly very hard to kill. This is interesting, by the way. This is an interesting thing. Though I still think this is how we want to do it. I guess we drop the Termi. That was such a lucky hit, though. Oh. Let's see if he can outspam us. We do have a lot of AoE. If we manage to shut down this unending spam of drones, we could turn this game around. If not, we are going to succumb to the shielded madness of the drones. Ooh, that's a scary unit. That's a scary boy there. And gets a component of home. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Not too bad. Okay, let's see what we get from the Crusade. gotta say, that's one heck of a bad crusade. I need something to survive. This game could still go my way. Unless he plays Long Strike here, which could ruin my day. He plays the Devilfish. And the missiles. Okay. I'll take that. Uh-oh. Do you have something to deal with the Mauler Fiend? If not, you lose. Most probably. Yeah, Murderous Desires just... Ah, I see what you're gonna do here. That's actually pretty smart. He's gonna play another guard. Oh, no, he's not. He's not gonna do it. Well, if you're not gonna do it, pal, then it's gonna be a good game. GG though, this was very, very close. This was very close. This could have gone like either way for sure, because he really did double down. He really did take the board control once he did the experimental drones. Experimental drones is a very slow card, but if you get away with it, things can get very ugly. Very quickly. Ditch the Mauler Fiend. Oh boy, we got the Orcs. Now, Orcs are not too difficult, but not too easy either, because they are very aggressive, and Galaron really struggles against aggressive opponents. That's a pretty interesting thing. If I... Alright. He's playing slow. So next turn is either the Chosen or the Rubric Marine plus ability. Oh, there's those guys. Span punches us, I guess. Smart. Never want to leave that alive when it has that debuff. So we drop the Rubric. Let's hope for Mark of Tzeentch, if possible, or Nurgle. Tzeentch would be better. No, okay, Nurgle is fine. That means he must use his ability, so he will only play with free energy. That's good. That's still pretty good. And if he ignores the Rubric Marine, it's gonna be terrible for him, because these things can grow hellishly powerful every turn, getting like Marks of Tzeentch, like, is disgusting. I mean, Dark Pact of Fate. Tides of Muscle, okay, and then I suppose he punches. Yes, he does. That's correct. You don't want to leave that alive. The next thing that drops is the Sorcerer. Now, without the Squig Buggy, Orcs have much more limited options to take out 6 HP units. Squeak Buggy no longer flanks. The Boar Boys, Squeak Hawk Boys don't have 6 attack anymore. So that works really well. Okay. That's a pretty strong play. But nevertheless, I have a good answer for that. That was a very powerful play that he set up with the early buff that he did. Ooh. That's a very scary unit there. High attack, high health, camouflage. And we're following up with Havoc and Mauler Fiend. That's really good. Now, Orcs are scary for one more reason against my build, because they have Will of Gork that is a good answer for Black Crusade. Strong boy. Okay. And Makari the Grot. Interesting. Alright. And he goes face as well. Interesting, interesting. He's got some good stuff in there. It was also from Tides of Muscle, so he has a high attack. Slowly starting to drop very powerful units though, so he has to do something about this soon. He's probably thinking whether or not to know Mocking About. If he doesn't know Mocking About, and this gets hit, then he can take this out for free, but he's not risking. He wants to punch here and then do no Mocking About. Is that... Oh, okay. Scorcha. Good Scorcha, good Scorcha. That was pretty good. Could have been very unlucky for him, but fortunately it was not. Okay, alright. So now he has to deal with Chaos Lord. Probably this is where the no Mocking About comes. So we have like powerful troops coming every single turn. What he needs to do is he needs to have removal to like kill, attack, and then my Warlord is just gonna succumb because we don't have that much health and durability. But if he fails to remove even one, he's gonna have issues. Oh, okay, no. That's not gonna work. This is how we're gonna do it. And we follow up with this, and we are going to do this. Now you have to Will of Gork. I think. Well, I guess that also works. But you can't kill the other one, can you? Cyber augmentations are interesting. I'm surprised he's wrong. No, 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 no! Don't! Why? Come on, man. You know that's not a good idea, don't you? It's not a good idea. Yeah, there you go. Should have not punched there. Lost too much HP for nothing. So let's go for game number 5. Oh, instantly found it, so that's not a bot game. We're up against the Eldar. Ooh, and it's the new Warlord as well. Rubric Marines are going to be absolutely useless here. There's no way Eldar let that live. They have obscene amount of flankers. This is going to be a hard game, because Eldar are very aggressive. Currently they're more aggressive than the Orcs, which means my Warlord most probably will be finished off before we can do something. But if we do manage to persevere, it could be good. But do I just destroy this with Traitor's Hate is the question. You know, I wonder if I should. And something tells me I should. It's gonna deal more damage and he's gonna get a Spirit Stone. One of the problems with that Warlord is that I can't really get Spirit Stones. Only from your troops that she plays. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Oh, and I get a Chosen. Oh, that's not too good. Not too good because if I leave that alive, the Chosen kinda, you know, gets squashed. I don't want that, so I have to still take it out. Maybe play Chosen at energy 6 is the good idea. Ugh. I played that shit over there. Not good, not good. Okay, I guess we just play a Havoc here. Not much else we can do about this. You could trade it if he wants. Plays the Howler, that's not good. Oh, what? Right. Okay. Is that wise? To stun that. I mean, I personally think that was not a good play, but we're gonna find out if I'm correct or not in a moment. Well, that could have been the play, that might be the play that just lost him the game. We're gonna find out. Don't forget, this is the Eldar. If you drop to 8 HP, you're dead. Not 8 HP even, like, against him it's 12 HP. So, I don't know. We'll see. Another Howling Banshee. Is he really gonna try to destroy him with Howling Banshees? Could work. Finally, he decides is the time to do that. Okay. Alright, fair. That's good, that's good. That means that he's not too confident. Oh, what? What? That must be a misclick. There's no way he did that in like intentionally. There's no way. No, 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 no. There's no way. He, yeah, must be a misclick. All right. So what you gonna do about 2 Havocs? You don't have enough Spirit Stones to Eldritch me. Okay, Warp Spider, fine. And another Orion, okay. I have to say that is ridiculous, but we did win the game, so see if I care. GG? I don't know. If he had 2 of those Orions, he should not have been greedy to sacrifice 1 for board control. The moment he decided to like relinquish board control just to deal damage was the moment I think he lost. He should have definitely stunned my Warlord and just taken out the Havoc. Sometimes you just don't want to destroy the target, so that if your opponent keeps it alive, you just destroy it next turn for a mark. So that works. Fortunately, not today. I really want to do the Idolatrous Despoilers here, but don't think that's gonna work. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna punch. We're gonna take some damage here, but we're gonna, since we have Idolatrous Despoilers, we're gonna get that damage back. So this is a very risky play right now, but I think it's gonna end up being worth it. He's gonna deal a lot of damage. We're gonna take like a ton because of this, but we're gonna get it all back. Boys, do not worry. We're gonna get it all back soon enough. We're slowly gonna heal. Or I might just lose because I lost tempo. We'll see. I don't think so, because the thing is, it's not about always playing Idolatrous Despoilers on curve. It's about knowing what you have in your deck, right? Me knowing I have a lot of tempo swing in my deck allows me to play Idolatrous. For example, I know I have Veteran Havoc, right? So I'm gonna boom, and then I heal as well. So slowly I'm gonna get that HP back, because everything he plays is now vulnerable. Absolutely everything. The flankers, so we're slowly healing and healing. If I knew that my deck has no like swing cards, I probably would not have done that. That is pretty good. Just gonna have this on board. Trade and keep healing. And keep getting that HP back. And now that like we're in the later stage of the game, I know that every turn I drop something big, and he slowly will not be able to deal with it. There's one Inspired Retribution, but the question is, how many of those are you gonna get? Or he might just actually do the Assault Doctrine and beat me up. We're about to find out, guys. Nope, not the Doctrine, but the Centurion. Okay, that's pretty damn good. Now that can't be Inspired Retribution, so the whole Ultramarine game plan is suddenly gone. And it's got a Vanguard. That Chaos Lord is gonna be very good. He plays the Inceptor. Buffs the Inceptor. Buffs it even further. And then he surrenders. Yep, that's a surrender. Oh, he lets me finish him off. Good man. GG. GG. GG, well played. Okay, so we're at 6 wins and we still have all our HP. So that is pretty good. So we need to win 6 games without losing 3. Might be quite possible, actually. Our deck, I think, is well optimized. Should be pretty good. I think this smells like another bot. Because it's not finding the opponent for a long time. Ah, we got the sisters. That's not too good. Okay, vulnerability. That's perfect. Oh, who's this? Don't know who it is, but I think Idolatrous Despoilers is going to teach them a very good lesson. Because Idolatrous Despoilers is gonna be amazing against Junit. Because whatever she's doing, everything is gonna come with like one vulnerability, which is nuts. So we just place this and we attack. We don't even need to destroy that, by the way. Please the righteous. I'll have to give her 1 point of faith here. Undoubtedly. Unless I want to Traitor's Hate, but I do not. Okay. I think that was not absolutely necessary. So here's the thing. If I do not take this out, it's gonna give 1 faith anyway and go back to the hand. So let's actually destroy the Cherub. And now that I have Idolatrous Despoilers, whatever she plays is basically dead on the place. Idolatrous Despoilers is amazing against Junith. It's like absolutely amazing. There you go. There you go. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's pretty much nothing you can do, right? Because what I do now is I simply do this. And I do this. And look at that. I take 2 damage, but I'm going to heal 3. So we're absolutely in a beautiful spot here. 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna attack her though. I have to conserve my HP because I'll have to be doing a lot of face bashing. And there's also Veteran Havoc and the Terminator Champion coming. I think that's gonna be absolutely perfect. So this is so good because this also gets destroyed by Havoc because of the vulnerability. So the fact that I drew Idolatrous so early is gonna mean a lot. And it has such a good combo with Galaron as well. So that's like one of the cards that we chose in a very clever way. Ooh, Adelaide. Okay, that's not good. Adelaide is no good. That card is such a problem, man. That card is such a problem. Well, what you gonna do? This card is like horrifyingly powerful. Alright, so there's a Terminator champion on the board waiting to do stuff. The Chaos Lord that's gonna follow very soon. Alright, Seraphim, sure. Our blades shall rain from the sky. Why would you ground that? Not sure if we wanted to ground that. I'm missing something here. Knows, maybe I am. Alright. Now, what she can do is she could do relics into board clear. Would not be a high chance of her having that because it's draft and not classic, but still. This is interesting. This is actually pretty interesting, but the fun thing about this is that I think I get a huge value pack out of whatever just happened here. Watch this. We do this. And all of these are gonna get buffs. Watch this. Just watch the craziness here. Oh my god. Okay, so we do this. We take off the shield with the weak ones. We take one. We take the other. We don't want the Berserker here, if that's what you guys are thinking. We do this. We punch here. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna punch. We're gonna punch. And let's actually do camouflage on everything. So that she can't deal with it unless she does her big combo. By big combo, I mean the relics into divine intervention. That's, I think, the only thing that can save Junit here. Otherwise, it might be way too difficult. Alright, yeah, there we go. GG. This was not a good matchup for Junit, especially if I got lucky with Idolatris. Okay, we're that close to our 12 wins, gentlemen. We're that close. Pretty good. And with Galaron, no less. Galaron is pretty good in draft, but he's not like a free win. like there might be a couple of warlords who are. I'm gonna switch this. Okay, this is way better. This is way, way better. Okay, we're up against Old One Eye. Okay, sure. That works. I think we want to be punching Genestealers for the most part. Or do we actually? Wait. Do I want to be doing that? I'm so used to the fact that whenever I see Genestealers, I start punching them because you have to destroy them early. That I'm now actually getting a question. Do I really want to be doing this? Probably not.
We will grant you swift release from your captivity. Your doom already walks.
Oh, really? Seriously? What is this supposed to be, bro? I did not expect that. Should have punched melee, but I really did not expect this one. I thought it would be the other guy that gives you... That gives you traps, sabotages when he attacks. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sorcerer. Very annoying. Still very annoying. Okay, we all know what the fuck is behind that, so I think it's gonna screw us up, but... Okay, what? What is that supposed to be? Oh my god, this guy beat my ass up so hard. I hate Genestealers. Ah, Christ. I think I really overdid the face bashing there. And I should have played the Havoc champion. I thought that was the Genestealer Patriarch though. Oh well. That's our first loss. That's our first loss of the day, boys. Against our very own Genestealers. Okay, we got another Junith. Definitely going for Hellfire Pit. Wait, is this a bot? Oh, this is a bot. Yeah, you can guess it's a bot right away. There's a lot of idolaters the spoilers though, which is again really good. Alright, now he heals. Okay, so we got a pretty simple play here. We play the Berserker, we take this out, and we destroy the other one as well. And what that does is gives the Berserker 1 mark and 2 marks of Khorne as well, which is gonna be crazy good. So suddenly we have an 8-5 on the board. And she has 4 energy, that's crazy. That's legit crazy. She's gonna keep doing that, right? Yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah. This is not looking too pretty. That's one big Khorne Berserker.
Death will be a mercy for the faithless ones.
Leave it to the bot to take free damage. Because we're gonna regenerate this.
I have foreseen your master's victory.
Okay, we got the sorcerer. That is unfortunately the end of our Khorne Berserker. Unless he does a ranged attack for some unknown reason. How did I know? Because that's how the AI of the stupid game works. Absolutely stupid. Like, absolutely stupid. Ah. Okay, 4 more wins, guys. I think we should be able to manage this. So we're up against the Kroot. That's not too bad, actually. It's gonna be very aggressive. Fortunately, I can take these out for free. Somewhat. By free, I mean HP-wise. So what I'm trying to do here is whenever he plays something, I want to destroy it plus be able to play my own unit, but currently not letting me do that. Fortunately, I will be able to do that next turn though. If he plays another one of those, this could go really well for me. Okay, this is perfect, actually. This is perfect because what I can do now is I can play this, I can do this. So when I destroy it, this is going to get a Dark Pact. And then I can also do a Hellfire Torch on it to increase its HP so that it doesn't get destroyed by the Kroot if he buffs himself. This also now gives me Vanguard, which means that he can't go for my face, which mostly he wants to do because the Warshaper is a very aggressive Warlord. And next turn I get to play either Havoc or Sorcerer, whichever suits me better. I think Sorcerer is a bit better though. So he's kind of stuck here. I got 5 damage on the board. This is destroyed potentially 6 plus 1 heal. And I got a very good curve coming up, so through Sorcerer into Venom Crawler into Terminator. Oh wow, okay, that is not something I expected. I think he made a big mistake here. What he needed to do was destroy this, but also then play an infantry, because now he left me with an empty board. That means that I can play my own while he has nothing. You never really want to do that. You never want to just keep an empty board. You got to play something, because even though small infantry that I kill every turn, I have to waste 2 energy to destroy it. So, for example, if you had left an infantry, I wouldn't be playing a sorcerer now. I would probably play Berserker or Plague Marine and plus my Warlord ability. So he kind of lost initiative there. Okay, plays the Enforcer Battlesuit. That's big. For some reason, does the melee attack. Well, because you know you're kind of used to doing that. So what do we do here? There's a couple options. I could just play Terminator. It does sound good. Yeah, Terminator it is. Nasty card, that Battlesuit, ever since it got the armor. Very, very good card, by the way.
The hunt does not wait for the hunter.
I'm gonna have to take one, like a big one here. It's not looking too good for me, I'll be honest. That Enforcer Battlesuit really managed to swing the situation in his favor. Does he get another one of those big boys with the blast is the question. If he does play another Lone Spear, I'll take 3 more damage and I'll already be in very dangerous territory. So even now I am, because if he has pulse fire, like pulse assaults, just gonna... Oh, okay. So what's up there? What you gonna do here? What are you plotting?
With courage and
The
discipline,
Ethereal.
we shall stand victorious.
It's an interesting choice, actually. I think what I'll do here is I'll do this. Should give us some... Should give us some protection. At least good enough to not get one-shot this turn.
We fight for the greater good, and we will triumph.
Okay, he clears that. That's fine. Alright, we're still alive, guys. We're still in this, boys. We're still in this. Maybe there's still chances. On she.
Of any war courts the perils of barbers. A greater good brings no obstacle.
What the hell? What is that board, bro? Spondum plus Black Crusade, huh? Right. This is pretty interesting. This might actually be it. Come on, give me some vanguards, please. Good. So, we smack this first. We use the other one to smack on she. Using this here. And then do this. Ooh. I did have a lot of things in the Black Crusade, but that doesn't necessarily mean I was gonna be able to fish for the necessary vanguards. This was actually the most consistent way of giving my troops vanguards. If Black Crusade had succeeded, I would have been in a better position, but in this case, I'm for sure in a survivable position, is what I mean. Because that one vanguard, like, does something, right? Not for sure, but higher chances. I might still die. But we'll see. The fact that he's thinking so much means that he doesn't have an obvious lethal. So what you gonna do? Okay. Okay. Okay, we win. Well done, though. Our opponent played pretty damn well. Even though he relinquished the initiative at some point in this game, he played really well. I think maybe if we had not done that, he might have actually won this game, so that was very close. Good thing that we did not give up, that we pushed through until the end. Okay, another Azrael. I keep the Black Crusade in my hand in this very rare case, because I know Azrael is an opponent that is going to be playing rather slow. Is this a bot or is this a person? Okay, this is a person. So I will probably get a chance to play Black Crusade. If he doesn't play anything here, I do Berserker. Why? Don't you want to use your agenda to just draw what you want? I guess for the first turn it's fine because he doesn't necessarily need teleport units on 3 because there are none. So maybe that's the idea. If he punches me again, I don't know. Then maybe either he's playing a very aggressive deck or he's just not sure in what he's doing currently. Okay, nice. He does it. This is the best time to do this, undoubtedly. And I'm gonna punch him, because I highly doubt that he's not gonna destroy it with ranged attacks. So might as well get a little bit of value. Probably plays the little marine there. Nope, inner circle first. And one cost marine probably, right? Or not? Or is that a 2 cost marine? Oh, he doesn't have one of those anymore, okay. Alright, so we rubric, we do this, and then we do this, and the rubric gets buffed, we get a heal. It's pretty good. Not the best buff for the rubric. We needed the health there for sure, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Ah, there's the bad boy. So here's the thing, during this turn I will not necessarily destroy this, I'll just do this and pass. So that maybe next turn I'm setting up something getting buffed. Will take a lot of damage, but it's... oh, crap. It's not good. Maybe I was right, he is playing an aggro deck. Right in my face. Boom again. Okay, bro. So what do we got here? We got the Vanguard Champion. That's what I need to play. Despite the very uncomfortable position I'm in right now. He might just win the game, by the way, here. If he has hard removal, I might be finished. It's my fault, I kinda underestimated him. It's not something you really want to do. No matter what. Oh my god. That's nasty. But I can deal with that. Do I just Heldrake it? I don't think Heldrake is... Actually, I don't think Heldrake is enough here. I think this is what we have to do.
It cannot be done.
That was a small mistake. But not necessarily. Okay, that's something. That's still something. Depending on what he plays here. Wages of Retribution, okay. Not what I expected to see, but sure. Secret agenda, alright. Oh my, this is getting a little bit scary actually. This guy is playing... Oh. This guy be playing a nasty combo. Okay. We're certainly gonna start getting secrets now. Slowly. I hope not already this turn. Because I really need this Chaos Lord to live, because I need the Black Crusade later. Interesting, so he chooses to take the 7 damage. It's an interesting choice. Actually, it was smart that he chose to take the face damage. He blocked my Black Crusade. If you think about it, guys, that was very smart. Because if he had just traded, I would just Black Crusade. And the position would be way towards in favor of me. This is turning out to be a very interesting game. Okay. Okay. Does he have another teleport assault? That's a little bit annoying. Just a little bit. Teeny bit annoying. Do I Black Crusade this? I don't know. I don't think I Black Crusade this. I think what I do is this. That's very low damage. Because I think what I do is Black Crusade into Dark Oratory. that should be it. Oh, I think we got him. GG. Ooh, that was a tough game. There were quite a few legendaries at us as well, so very good game. So let's go for game number 11. We need 2 more wins, guys, without losing 2 times. We got Captain Titus to ruin our day. With Titus, I unfortunately cannot risk leaving the Black Crusade in my hand. He's gonna be very aggressive, so I need some early game things or mid game. Because you need to understand, unlike Azrael, Titus is very, very aggressive. He plays to deal damage. He just goes face all the time, so he's not gonna allow me. He's not gonna let me get away with a Black Crusade in my starting hand, I think. We are returned. He heals. So let's get his attention to this for a little bit. So the real reason I'm doing this is because he uses his ability, punches here, and then I can play Veteran Legionary, and his ability is not enough to take out Veteran Legionary, so I get the initiative. So again, guys, always pay attention to initiative. You need to keep it if you want to win games. If you're relinquishing board control to your opponents every single chance you get, it's not good. That's why Hellfire Pit is so good. It's 0. It allows you to destroy a troop while then playing your own. So seizing the initiative is just all this game is about, really. That's it. Oh, there's the firstborn. Let's see if we get something good here. Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's gonna force Titus to play another one of his Warlord powers, and then I'll just play a Sorcerer. That's really good. Or he might play a Hail Strike. Nope, that's good. That's really good. And now if that shot goes into the Vanguard, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, no, I mean, you can't ask for too much, I guess. It would be unfair to ask for that. So, okay, so we got Hellfire Pit, that's gonna destroy that. And now we brought the Sorcerer, so that's super good. Because from now on, we already have Havocs to help us deal with whatever he plays, and there's a Sorcerer on the board, which is really good. Still, this is gonna be a tough matchup. Ooh, okay. I get it. Come on, give him something good. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's actually pretty good. You know what? Why not? Terrible. Terrible. Now if he does, what do we call that? Assault Doctrine, we can just surrender right away. Okay, no, have the Intercessor. Codex Discipline. Oh my god. Never thought I'd see Codex Discipline actually do something. I'm losing a game to Codex Discipline. I can't believe that. Hey, let's try. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe we have a chance. Closer, okay. Hell Blaster, alright. And just goes face, okay. Let's do it, boys. This might be possible. Okay, that's actually pretty damn good. Giving me one more turn. Come on. Come on. We can do it. Black Crusade. I believe. I trust in the Black Crusade. Do I though? Fuck it. There it is. We win or we lose next turn. Easy. Easy decision. Either he wins this turn or he loses the next. If this had actually gone somewhere else and not beside me, it would have been absolutely perfect. But, well... Oh. Yeah. See what I mean? It just had to land beside me. Good game though. He played really well. And he kicked our ass. I kinda saw it coming, not gonna lie. Very hard to deal with Titus as Galeron. I think he has too much aggro for Galeron to deal with. Okay guys, we need to win 2 games without losing 1. I think we can pull it off. Especially if we get a bot. Let's see what happens. Alright, Magus. Breaking Genestealers again. Interesting. Warp Storm. That's gonna give me a... Okay, no, this is a bot. This is absolutely a bot. Since it's a bot, it's alright to smack it back. You know what I'm gonna do? If you think that the invulnerability is a good idea there, so it's gonna be stunned there, so it can't attack. And now I actually get a crazy turn. Watch this. So you guys remember that this is already vulnerable, right? So I stunned it so that it would not be able to use its ambush. And then I do this. So again. Now I got a unit with 2 marks of chaos. 2 dark pacts, I mean. Okay, what's that gonna be? High ranged attack or high melee attack? I bet it's melee attack. Actually was gonna say I bet it's ranged attack, but holy hell. Dude. I don't even know the cost of these Genestealer cards, man. Like, that's what's usually messing me up here. Come on, pass. I did not remember that they had a big boy at that cost. Don't forget that together with the Warp Storm, the Venom Crawler is a total of -2 on your first stratagem. That's why we were able to play it for free. It's a lot of buffs. Wow, play of the game. And if you thought that the AI could not get any stupider, well, there you go, boys. There's your example. Absolutely stupid. Okay, Lucas.
You see naught but what we want you to see.
All right, that's one. That's no, that's nasty. Oh, this is looking scary. Alrighty. Come on, bot. Do it quickly, please. So we can move to actual players.
Give praise to the master below.
Of course, does the attack order wrong, because why not? Yeah, there you go. Was supposed to first give plank to that and maybe use the locus on something else, but well, he's a bot. Good game. Alright, boys, final game. Victory or defeat? All or nothing. Okay, not all or nothing, considering we're gonna keep this, considering we are gonna get 11 wins anyway, but still. I actually think we might go for Throne of the Heretic here, because Emotech is also pretty slow, and this might actually give us some necessary tempo boosts before we are able to take the game during Black Crusade. Black Crusade is a little bit better than Tomb World in my opinion, because Tomb World requires a like more of a setup. Bold friend. Hey, bold friend.
I will reshape this galaxy into a place of order and unity.
There's no way I'm trading with Emotech. He just outclasses me in that sense, like completely. So, let's see what we got here. I think we're definitely going for this bad boy. Meltagun Legionary. It's gonna be so good to drop that early. Man, if I can only get an early game drop, please. Oh no, I did not get it. Man, Meltagun Legionary is gonna be so good. But only if I can also combo, which I probably... Oh my god, I can. Because he just healed. He only has late game stuff or what? What is he doing? Look at what he's doing to my HP, by the way. He's like annihilating me. I will leave nothing but ash. So this is gonna get score pecked 100%. Nope. You know what? I say that's a good deal. A card that I got from a free card to destroy one of his best removal cards, I'd say that's a good deal. And we follow up with a sorcerer.
I have foreseen the Warmaster's victory.
Then we got a Terminator, then we have a Havoc Champion, then we have a Chaos Lord, and finally Black Crusade arrives. Locust Lord. Not good. Ooh. Actually speaking, this is how I'm gonna do it. Because this is the best way I maintain most of my board. My HP is destroyed, but this way I maintain a board, which is big. HP is just a resource, don't forget guys. If you can trade it for big board control, sometimes it's worth it. I think in this situation it's worth it because Emotech doesn't necessarily have burst apart from his scarabs. Not scarabs, sorry. Hex marks. And even that requires like very specific cards, so I don't know if he's lucky enough to have all of them, but we'll see. So is he gonna do methodical destruction here is the question. Are we gonna? Nope, you're gonna play a Plasmacite, and you're gonna play an Ophidian Destroyer. And you're gonna strike it. You're gonna strike my face as well. No. He attacks that. Okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. I think this is the Methodical Destruction target, but if he plays Methodical Destruction here and strikes this, this dies, and he has an empty board, and I can play Chaos Lord. So that is a big deal. He might have monoliths in there, by the way. I'm not convinced that this guy might not have monoliths in there. Okay, Locust Destroyers, that's a weird one. That's an absolutely weird one. You know what he could do here? He could actually do a pretty cool Resurrection Orc play. Not sure if he needs to, though. Alright. No Resurrection Orb, understandable. He's gonna strike again. That's the correct target. Okay. I think this could be good. Let's see what his reply is. We're actually quite close in HP now. And I do have Murderous Desires in the cards, so... in the deck, I mean. So we could one-shot him, potentially. Another Locust Lord, are you kidding me, man? How many do you have? Wait a minute. 15, 17... and another Ophidian Destroyer. Sure, buddy. I think we have them. So let me count. 7, 11... 7, 11, 17. That's plus 3. Yeah, he's dead.
Wither and die.
Ooh. There's your 12 wins, boys. So let's check what prize we actually got from our 12-win run. With Galaron, no less, which I think is pretty cool because he's not like a warlord that's very easy to play. So, we got the Atalan leader, I already have that, but overall, yeah, 4 Blackstone, 1000 crystals, 3 boosters, and the Atalan leader, which I think is a pretty good deal. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or if you have suggestions or something you would like to see in the future, please make sure you leave a comment and I'll be seeing you in the next one. So, Ecclesiarch out.